FLG here with another episode of Cooking, Culture, and Chaos. This week, I brought a very lovely guest on today, Natasha Sidi.
Woo!
Right. Natasha and I do some training together, and we do some boxing. She lifts some weights. We talk, about a lot of different subjects. And as you can see, we've had this place decorated in Tanzanian.
That's right. East African vibes. For you.
East African vibes.
Yes, that's right.
That's amazing. And you are from Tanzania.
That's right.
Born in Tanzania.
I was born and raised in Tanzania. My ancestral roots go back to South Asia, which is now India. That was pre-partition. But I'm sixth generation Tanzanian.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And tell us what we're going to be doing today.
So we're going to be cooking a combination of East African food infused with a little bit of some Indian cultural taste.
What is this?
So this is cassava. Not a lot of people here in Canada know about it, but it's a staple food actually all over Africa.
Okay.
It's actually a really popular vegetable because it can survive droughts.
Okay.
So
it's a resilient vegetable.
It's a very resilient vegetable.
Okay. And then we have some shrimp.
We have some shrimp. Yes.
With the little legs on.
That's right.
And the tail on. With the heads off.
That's right.
Heads off shrimp.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I see a tamarind sauce.
Yes. So the tamarind sauce is coming from the Indian part of my heritage.
Okay.
The cassava is very popular East African local. So just infusing all of it coming together. It's combining a little bit of everything.
And with the cabbage, we're making a coleslaw with the tamarind.
We're going to be making coleslaw with the cabbage, the tomato, and the onion, and it's called the kachumber salad from India.
Okay.
But like the way that we're going to be adding that seasoning that's East African.
Okay. What's this?
This is chili powder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the spice gives that
wonderful
little bit of kick.
And before we start, Natasha Sidi, tell us a little bit more about you, and you have a really interesting job, and
I do. Yes. So I work at Accelerate Her Future, a career accelerator for Indigenous, Black, and racialized women in Canada who are pursuing careers in business and STEM. So that's one aspect of my career. Mm-hmm. The other one is I'm a designer, so I'm a design consultant, and I work with mission-driven and people who are really making that social impact. So giving them web designing,
your IT,
designing.
web.
Yes.
If you guys need anything done with your website,
Natasha
Sidi is definitely a girl. Okay, Natasha, let's get started. What's first? We got to marinate these shrimps?
We got to marinate those shrimps.
Let's do it.
Yes. Where should we marinate them?
Here. Right here.
Okay.
Right here.
Marinate them right there.
Okay.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to coat them with a little bit of chili.
Okay. A little bit, eh?
Just a little bit.
Like, how about that?
That's it. A little bit more. That's it.
All right.
Just a touch of citric acid.
Ooh, okay. That's for preserve, right?
Yes. Yep, that's good.
A little bit more?
No, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been warned not too
much. All right.
And some salt. Salt to taste. There you go.
And now
you just mix it up
with the hands.
With hands. Yeah.
My hands are very clean.
So this seasoning with the chili and the salt and the citric acid is very common. You see that in like street food when you're going out there.
The citric acid is really for preservation, right? And a little bit of sourness.
It's that sourness taste, yeah.
Okay. And do you put any oil in here as well?
No, we usually do that with meat, but not with the shrimps. We will afterwards.
Is it shrimp? Is many shrimps? Or is many shrimp?
Oh.
See that?
That's the question of the day.
That's the question of the day. Okay, and now what do we do? We fry them. Just throw this in.
So we leave them to the side.
You leave them to the side.
Just,
leave them.
Leave them. Yep.
Set it and forget it.
Set it.
Okay.
Maybe don't forget it.
I'm gonna be
true that. Okay, true.
All right, so those are good. Next thing, we might want to cut the cassava.
Okay.
A little bit more. So I'm just
gonna wash my hand real quick, and I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. What we're gonna do is just remove the roots of it.
So has this been already pre-cooked?
It's already been pre-cooked. It's a very hard vegetable to just deep fry by itself.
Mm-hmm.
So this is already peeled, it's cut, and it's boiled. So we're just gonna remove the thread. You don't want to eat that.
You can just throw it in here.
All right. Slice just like that. Sometimes the strings they go really in there, so you just gotta like pop them out.
You have to have a little surgery in there.
That's right.
Should I be heating something like heating the pot up? Or
yes.
Okay, that's
yes.
very important.
Yes.
And you want me to do it on this guy here?
Yes, you can go ahead and pour in some vegetable oil.
Okay. Now, Natasha Sidi, by some, I mean, that's very broad.
Okay, and then a little bit of oil on that. A little bit more.
Oh, you want me to halfway?
Halfway.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're gonna
halfway. It's a good
really
question.
be frying.
Abundance of oil. Look at that.
You said half. I'm gonna go half. That looks
pretty good.
pretty good.
Decent work.
Thank you.
Great job. So while we're waiting for that, we can get started on the kachumber salad.
Kachumber, and
That's
this is a very simple recipe.
Very simple,
Yeah.
and it's because East African food, usually on the streets, they want something very quick
And fast.
and
right?
fast.
I guess
so
quick is fast.
Exactly.
Quick and fast.
Quick and fast.
Okay, Miss Sidi. Okay.
All right, so we're only going to be using half of this.
Half. Okay.
Yes. Gonna be using my muscles that Coach FLG has been training me on.
I see them popping out.
Yes. So just a little bit. I'm just gonna put this back here.
That's a quarter, not half. It's
Okay.
a quarter.
That's fine. A quarter is fine too. We need more, we can always. And then this is just the skin that
You just throw this away.
Just throw this away. And we really gotta like cut them into like
Slivers.
very small slivers.
Not
No, there's a technique.
I've never seen this before going
Yes,
around.
Exactly. This is how my mom has taught me, and it's because
You gotta do what your mom tells you how the recipe is done.
you gotta like go around and around.
Okay, I like this.
Yes. So this is like how's the cabbage?
It's good.
It's good.
You brought a good one.
I knew I picked out a good one. This is the. Okay. You can just use these ones.
Should I get you a bigger bowl, or what do you think about this?
Yeah, I think we'll need a bigger bowl.
I'll be right back.
Okay. And just, separating them. Just gonna get started on the tomatoes. I think half will be good.
Can I put this here?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I wish I had a bigger one, but hey, we can do it.
All good. It's all good. Okay, we gotta mix those in there as well.
Okay. And the onion.
And the onion. Now, because we're having, we only cut a quarter
of the cabbage.
Right.
So we're only going to be using half of the onion.
Okay.
Give that. the oil? It's heating up well. How's the oil? It's heating up well.
Excuse me. Oh, I love Diet Coke.
Not sponsored.
Not sp-
Really
But if you're looking for a sponsorship,
yeah. Really careful like that.
it does. It certainly does. Everything.
Stress. Stress.
Yep.
Well, the oil, should I test it out?
Yes, you can go ahead and test it
One
out.
of these?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So should it be sizzling?
Should be sizzling. Oh, okay. That looks okay.
That's
We're
good.
getting.
Should I do a full?
You can go
Okay.
for it.
But I'm careful not to. You don't want to have splashes.
Yeah.
You like my technique?
I do. It's like you
can
know,
tell,
it's like you've already,
I've fried
mogo.
Mogul?
Mogo. M-O-G-O. Mogo.
Yeah, so with this, we also add a little bit of seasoning in there too.
Okay.
Some salt. Same thing, salt.
Okay.
A little bit more.
Okay. That was a test.
Yeah.
Some pepper?
No pepper.
No.
Chili.
Okay.
Okay, and
Some citric acid.
no citric acid. Lemon.
Okay.
Lemon.
Okay. And you gotta a little bit roll it, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I thought I was the only one.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
The juice is flowing.
Nice.
Okay. Okay, you brought a great knife, Natasha Sidi. Okay.
Okay. That. Yep. Keep going.
The tamarind goes right on top.
So the tamarind.
The tamarind.
You can like in what they give you in the street food is a mixture of the cassava and the salad and the tamarind all together in one bowl.
Okay.
But for this, we're just gonna keep it separate.
Okay.
Just to
So we can try it.
we try the different.
Any oil on the cabbage?
No.
Okay.
So we can mix this though.
Okay.
We mix this.
Okay. Okay. Look, I will. Look, I'll find a way. I'll find
That's
a
how
way.
we roll here at Sister
Yeah, we
Fit.
find ways.
Yes. Always. There's always a solution here. Nice.
Okay.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay.
All right. Lovely.
All right. And the shrimps, like, no flour, just.
Just straight up.
Okay. I've never seen that before, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I'm very excited too. It's gonna be very crispy.
And is this something that you guys cook at home as well?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
This is actually something that my uncle taught me. The shrimp recipe.
Okay.
Anytime we have barbecues, you bet there's gonna be cassava. Yeah.
Because, like, for a lot of other cultures, like, they like to have either potatoes on the side, like some sort of starch.
Yes, exactly. Yes,
So
this
for
is
you
our
guys,
potatoes.
that's your potato or
Yeah,
rice.
that's
Okay,
right.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
How's it
Yeah.
looking?
It's looking pretty. Yeah, let's look. I think this is done.
Are
So
you
you
sure?
see how it's
Are
golden
you
brown?
sure?
Yeah, it's done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You boiled them first.
I
That's
did.
why.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's right.
I understand.
Yeah. You see how it's golden brown? So it's done. Look at that.
You put salt in them when they're
So
hot, right?
we're gonna put a seasoning on it.
I'm gonna guess what the seasoning is.
Okay. Can you?
Salt,
Yes.
and that chili powder,
Yep. And
lemon juice. Citric acid?
citric acid.
Okay.
No lemon, just the.
You want to have the dry seasonings on it.
Exactly.
Salt.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep. Spread it apart. Yep.
Okay. And then?
Some chili.
Okay.
Yep.
You want to season it from up high.
Exactly.
You can't do it from down there.
Woo.
It's got to be evenly
That
spread
was
around.
already a pro.
Yeah.
And just a little bit.
Okay.
All good?
It's time for the shrimp.
Now it's time for the shrimp, and would you like to do the honors?
I think I have to.
Okay.
Okay, now Natasha, I've never seen this before.
Okay.
Just, right in the oil.
Right in the oil.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So this is gonna cook very fast.
Yeah, you might want to lower the temperature.
Why not? Why?
What?
Why? What's wrong? Well, everyone knows how to put out oil, right? What's wrong with that? Oops. The oil kind of cools down as you put more in there.
Ah, okay.
See, I know what I'm doing, Sidi.
Talking to the pro here,
This probably takes like a minute, right?
Yeah, it's very quick. Very quick.
So does this is also going to be like on the side right here?
Yes, so
okay.
It's going to be right here. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Just waiting for the shrimps.
I think they're done.
You think so?
Yeah.
Let's see. Already? Oh, damn.
Right? They cook up very...
Just wait
to maybe 30
more
more
yeah,
seconds.
I do see the tails are pink. That means it's
pretty much done.
done.
Shrimps are just... You know what, Natasha Sidi? The way these opened up...
Yeah. You think it's done?
Now I understand why you guys do it like this.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm learning a lot.
I mean, if you just look at it, doesn't it look amazing?
Okay.
Yeah. Look at that. Yeah.
Shall we?
Yes, we shall.
I'm just going to turn this off. All right.
So I can run away with this plate.
Oh, I've got this oil on your back if you do that.
It's getting recorded. Last thing, we're not done with the oil as yet, but if you have a spoon, like a big spoon.
Okay. Tell me what we're doing with this oil.
Just pouring a little bit of hot oil on top.
Okay, Natasha Sidi.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just take this little guy here.
Sure. Yeah.
More?
Yep, a little bit more. All right.
On the mogu?
No, the mogo. Mogo.
Okay.
Like no-go, but mogo.
Okay.
Yes.
Not like Goku.
No.
Because I said mogu, and it's not.
No.
Okay.
What we can make on the side is we're going to put some chili. This is actually something my great-grandmother used to do.
Okay.
And that's salt. Salt.
Natasha, see, this looks amazing.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, I was a little skeptical of the shrimp that I've learned.
And we're going to squeeze some lemon in there.
More?
Showing some, look at those muscles right there.
All right.
All right. And then just like mixing it a little bit. So depending on how spicy you want it or not.
Can I try it, please?
Yes.
Take one of these?
Yep.
Okay. I'm feeling this is going to be hot.
It's going to be hot, so I'm just...
It is a little bit spicy.
And when Fatima tells you it's spicy.
A little bit.
Yeah. And you can even have some with the tamarind sauce. That's sweet, just to kind of balance it.
This is very nice. It's nice and crunchy and soft in the center.
Yeah.
Can you please have a tiny taste and tell us if it's up to standards?
Yes. That's good.
I have to try it with the tamarind sauce too now. Okay.
Good, right?
Yeah.
My mom makes that fresh.
Do you ever mix these together?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you have it on a plate, you mix both of these chutneys, these sauces together, and with the salad on the side too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's next for us? Should we make a plate and?
We should make a plate.
Okay.
Yeah. And a little bit of sauce right here.
Wonderful.
Yep. You can actually use the same spoon, it's fine.
Natasha Sidi looks amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, let's try this. Let's try this salad.
Let's try the salad.
It's very simple.
Very
Nice
simple.
and crunchy, and I'm sure that'll go well with the shrimp.
Yes. Has that nice balance.
Try one of these shrimp.
Do it.
And you leave the skins on.
You can for the crunchiness, you gotta.
It's very good with the skin on.
It's excellent, isn't it? You would have never thought
No.
to have shrimps with the skin on.
One thing I hate doing at restaurants is peeling the shrimp.
So try it without the skin.
But the legs, you have to eat the little legs. Eat the shrimp feet. People don't know about that. Okay. Just bear with the skin.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, Natasha Sidi.
Yes.
There's a lot of Ismailis from Tanzania. And so is the Ismaili community, are they quite large in Toronto? Like tell me about this whole thing.
Yeah, in Canada, there are millions of Ismailis. Actually,
Millions.
yes. Well,
Are you
millions around the world. I'm not
Okay.
sure about millions in Canada.
Right.
But there are a lot. There were some that came from Uganda, which is also part of East Africa, and they came here as refugees when Idi Amin had.
Idi Amin?
Idi Amin was the president of Uganda.
And he's mean.
He was mean.
Idi Amin was mean.
He was mean.
Okay.
Yes. So that's how some of the Ismailis came here from Uganda as refugees in the 70s.
And so did your parents come here as refugees?
No, we came here in the early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. But we came from Tanzania.
So a different situation.
Different situation. We came here, just out of our own will.
Yeah. And so are you very connected to your faith?
Yes, I am. I would say I'm more like spiritual rather than religious. Like I don't pray often, but I'm very much like in that I meditate more than I pray.
Tell us something about the Ismaili faith.
So the Ismaili faith, what do you want to know? Like the history or like a brief like history of it or?
Sure.
So we do have a spiritual leader, the Aga Khan, and he's the 49th living Imam.
Okay. So this part is where I think a lot of other Muslims like to criticize or discriminate.
Yes, exactly.
Flatly here.
Yeah.
Because there's an impression that you guys actually worship the Aga Khan.
Yeah, that's not
a misconception.
That's a misconception. That's not true.
Okay.
Yeah, we follow his guidance.
Right.
He interprets the Quran for us according to the current times and the location.
So like a sheikh.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. So that's what we follow, his learnings and his guidance.
Okay.
And same with the previous 48 imams. And actually the 48th imam, who was his grandfather, he was the reason why a lot of the Ismailis moved from northern India into East Africa in the late 1800s. He was the one that told the Ismaili community who were living in northern India, because there was man-made famine there by the British colony.
Of course.
Yes. So he had advised the Ismaili community to move to East Africa, and he said it's you will like flourish there, you will thrive there.
Why do you guys get so much discrimination?
Well, because we don't pray 5 times a day. We pray 3 times a day.
Tisk.
But the prayer proportions, I mean, one can argue we're praying the same amount, but we're just praying 3 times a day instead of 5.
I think the main reason is because there's an assumption that you guys worship Khan.
That's
I
right.
think that's why people in other Muslim sects probably are very discriminatory.
Yes, that's right.
Which is not right.
It's not right, yeah.
And then so you guys pray 3 times a day. Do you guys do the same like fasting, eat, and
yeah, and like
things?
any other Muslims, like the fasting is up to the individual person if they want to live, if they feel the
so
calling.
that's different.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
I mean, it is like, yeah, you're supposed to fast.
But there's not much. It's more. It feels like there's more leniency or more.
It is a bit more lenient. It's less.
And I don't see any Ismaili ladies covering their hair.
No. There are from like those in like
older generation,
Syria or coming from like the Central Asian countries when they come to the Jamaat Khana, which is the
Jamaat Khana.
That's the worship of they sometimes loosely cover just out of respect, but we don't wear the hijab or the niqab or any of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if someone went in there with the hijab on, it would be like out of place.
Yes, so people who are not Ismailis are not allowed to enter that space.
Okay.
Because you have to be part of what's called the spirit, the tariqa. That's what it's called.
Tariqa.
You have to understand really the spiritual.
Could I convert? Could someone convert?
You could.
It's very hard.
You would need to go to the council that they've set up, and then you would need to convert. They would teach you the process.
Could I just go in there and could I pass as a Ismaili? Hold on, I would say Ya Ali Madad, right?
Ya Ali Madad, yeah.
And then I would be in.
You would be in, yeah.
Okay.
But the prayers, because it's we don't say the namaz, we say the dua. So it's a bit different in terms of how we pray.
Mm-hmm.
So you might be a little bit confused when you go in there.
In Sunni Islam, there's like the 5 pillars.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have something similar?
We have something similar. Because I'm not like as religious, it's not coming to me. I know that for Shias, it's actually 7, I believe. And because Ismailis are part of the Shia branch, we do follow that.
And you guys are very charitable as well.
Yeah. So yes. Yeah. So there's the Aga Khan himself has been called a philanthropist.
Okay.
But he doesn't like that because he's like, that's actually
just
part of what you need to do as part of your life.
Right.
Is to give. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what it's passed down to us based on his learnings.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So is that like a big one in your faith? Is everyone supposed to donate back to the?
Yeah. So
is there a certain amount?
It's called similar to the zakat. It's called the dasond.
Disowned.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So it's usually
like if you don't donate, you're going to be disowned. Disowned.
Well, it's like it's good practice.
I'm just saying. I'm just kidding. The pronunciation.
Disowned. Oh, now I get it. Yeah. So it's like 1/8 of after. My dad tells me it's usually after you've removed your expenses and whatnot. So it's like 1/8 of your income, which is like roughly around 12.5%.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very generous.
Yeah.
But if everybody did their part, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And we're born in Tanzania. Then you went to the United States.
Yep. I was in the United States for a few months. Mm-hmm. And then I lived in LA, I lived in Albuquerque, and then I moved here.
And then what interested you in your field now? You've always been into technology?
Yeah, I just remember spending like my dad bought us a computer, like the Windows 98 back in the 90s. It was like computers.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. And I would spend like just hours just playing on it and spending so much time on Microsoft Paint and just drawing with simple tools.
Yeah.
And then when I came here and I really got into computers, I started just creating posters on Photoshop.
Yeah.
Creating stuff on like PowerPoint slideshows. I would make like home videos and I would edit things. So I kind of I was always interested in like that digital.
And what you're doing now with Accelerate Her Future, do you find is it like hard for women to get into this field, or what's the barrier?
Yeah. So I think a lot of times, especially for racialized women, they don't have like people sort of mentoring them and coaching them. Like you're just figuring things out on yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there are already so many like white people who are already in tech. Like I remember working with like white men in the in the tech industry, and they were there because their parents were already in the tech field. Whereas me, I didn't know this from before.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of just figured my way in.
So there's a lot less support.
It's a lot less support. Like the access into it it's a very vague pathway.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get in, there's very few of us. So just to get in, there's a little bit of like discrimination in some situations, in some
like probably very covert.
Yeah.
Right? Like probably very in a covert manner.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in like hiring practices. And for some may do it well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to get in is like that's difficult itself, and then once you're in the workplace, depending on the work environment, a lot of these tech organizations, especially the small startups, they're very toxic. So a lot of women end up leaving and just starting.
Did you have an experience like that, Natasha Sidi? Would you like to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, it was I learned a lot of like technical skills in a short span of time, but just like I didn't find a sense of belonging truly. And even when I was looking for that sense of belonging outside of the workplace, there wasn't like anything there for people who look like me. It was usually when I would go, it'd be like white women 98% of the time in like these networking settings. So it just felt really awkward for me.
For sure it is.
Yeah. So that's why I just ended up leaving, and I wanted to start something like a community like Accelerate Her Future, and then I ended up like connecting with the founder.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Any advice for women who want to get into?
I would say first is get connected with like communities. There are so many women in tech communities now, like Black Women in Tech and Accelerate Her Future, of course, because once you get into a community, you get access to mentorship, you get access to coaching.
Right.
So you there's people there who are telling you like this is what you need to look out for. So there's also like that sense of belonging.
That's so important, isn't it?
It's super important. Yeah. Especially as you're navigating through, you don't want to feel that isolation feeling. Yeah.
And one last fun fact about Natasha Sidi is that she loves boxing.
I do. Yes.
And what's your favorite thing about boxing?
Boxing brings out that power inside of me where I'm like connecting with that power inside. And I think just working with you, it's been fantastic because you just feel your energy, and it becomes like my energy. And like when we're working together and just doing some shadow work on the mirror, I think my favorite part though is definitely like just connecting with that power, like really feeling powerful as like I'm packing that punch.
Yeah, Natasha, see, that's what it's all about, connecting with parts of yourself, connecting with your identity.
Yes.
Connecting with your culture, with your background, with the people around you.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate you doing this with us today. I'm definitely going to be making this again. It's delicious.
Awesome.
And,
with the skin on.
With the skin on. That's right. That's right. So thank you so much, Natasha Sidi.
My pleasure.
And that concludes our episode of Cooking Culture in Chaos. Thank you so much for joining us. If you'd like to follow Natasha Sidi, you can follow her Instagram account.
You can. You Natasha.Sidi. Very simple. S-I-D-I is my last name.
Natasha.Sidi. And
That concludes our episode.
that concludes our episode.